Hello. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good
Okay.
morning.
Yeah. Good
How are you
morning.
doing?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
I'm really fine. Really sorry. We were like missing each other.
Yeah. So after a long time, we will meet again. Okay. So hope everything
Yeah.
is good from your side. Okay. Okay. So
Yes, I'm
yeah,
fine.
yeah. Okay, so basically, we will start our journey from for the air quality monitoring. Okay, I remember that, and I also watched the previous recorded and also check it. And our main target is that we have to create the monitoring the air quality parameters. Okay, for the remote sensing technique, and also access the web application. We create the web application, so this web application we can easily identify the different types of greenhouse gases. Okay, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, this type of gases. We monitor the real time data. How we can easily do that? We also try to discuss about that. Okay, so we will finish as soon as possible. I think it will be finished for within the 2 or 4 class. We need also for finish all of the things. And
Yeah.
previous class I also send you the link about that. Okay, so let's go. I simply share
Mhm.
my screen and also start the today's
Yes, one
session.
of the
Yeah,
things that we discussed,
yeah,
one thing that we've discussed, and that's the main reason I came, is also the carbon sink. So how can we assess carbon stocks, carbon pools
yeah.
on mangroves? Yes,
Okay,
and
it also
I
possible. Yeah,
saw one of, and this is one of the most important things that I would like us to see the carbon sink.
yeah, yeah,
Because I saw the tutorial, but I couldn't see the second part because that's why I
yeah.
joined the course. Yeah.
Yeah, some videos are private from my side, so that's why I did not. It's not publicly available. Okay, no, I will share with you this approach for the carbon storage or carbon sink. How we can easily monitor using the remote sensing technique. Okay, we also try to cover this part
Yeah.
for this
Yeah.
carbon storage also. Okay,
Please, please,
okay.
please.
So let's go.
Thank you.
We jump our today's class. So I simply share my screen. Okay. Okay. So now can you see my screen?
Mm,
Yeah. Right now.
she's loading. Yeah, now it's done.
So let's go. I also recorded this video class and send you the recorded video class also. Okay, so let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okay, so previous class we also try to discuss about that for any region, how we can easily make this type of time series chart, and also what is the condition for the different types of gases. So basically, it's also work for as a web application. Basically, it work only for the Bangladesh region. Okay, so here you can see this is the Bangladesh boundary, and if you want we can also add here the legend about this map, such as the what is the define about the red color, then blue color, what is the define, we can easily make the legend about that. It's very easy, you can easily add that. And in this time it also showing this type of time series chart about that. So basically you can see we already discussed about this code. I send you the practice code also about the button. Okay,
Mhm.
so Google Earth Engine platform has also another benefit is that we can easily create the button. Okay, I again explain this code again. So in this time, first of all, I create a button. This type of button I create. Okay, for the button in Google Earth Engine platform, we are using a function UI.button. This is the function for creating the button. When you want to create any types of button, then we need to put the function UI.button. And you can see this button, this function has some argument. First argument is the label, then on click, then disabled, then style, then image URL. So this type of argument. Okay, so in this function, when I fill up all of those argument, then this function will be work. In this time you can see the argument level, it's showing as the optional. Also you can see on click it also optional. You can see disabled is also optional, and style it also optional. Optional means that if you want to use this argument there is the no problem, or if you don't use this argument there is also no problem. Okay, so it's totally optional about this argument. Okay, and you can see label. What is the label? Label, it's mainly the button's label or button name. Okay, so in this time you can see I use here the label is that show the map of nitrogen dioxide. You can put any name. So I put my button name is that show the map of nitrogen dioxide. Okay, so now it's showing the button name. You can see it's showing in here the nitrogen dioxide. You can see show the map of nitrogen dioxide because I put this button name look like that. Okay, so after that on click it's very important. Okay, on click means that when I click on this button what happened. Suppose when I click this button what happened. Suppose when I click this button it appeared this real-time nitrogen dioxide concentration map, and it also show the time series chart about this map. So on click it is a function. You can see it's showing the function. Okay, so on click it is a argument. This argument is mainly it's a function, and this function when I click on this button what happened I need to define on this function. Okay, so here for that you can see I can simply on click this my argument I create a function because it is a function. After that in this curly bracket I define what will be happened. I define all of those things. You can see in this curly bracket I define all of those things. Okay, you can see from this curly bracket. Okay, so this curly bracket start from here, it will be start from here, and in part is that in here. Okay, so in this time this button in here. Okay, this is the last curly bracket. It will start from here and go to up to in here. So in this time in this button on click function when I click on this button what happened. So I want to show the display the map of nitrogen dioxide. So that's why first of all you can see I simply import my boundary. Suppose I want to observe the nitrogen dioxide for country boundary of Bangladesh. So that's why I simply import the country boundary shapefile variable name. Shapefile simply import the asset of this country boundary of Bangladesh. Okay, so after that I also imported the image collection of the nitrogen dioxide. Okay, and also filter bounds with my region of interest, and also select my specific column, also set the specific time period. All of this I simply imported. Okay, then I simply reduce this image collection and take the average pixel value of nitrogen dioxide, and also put the visualization look like that. It will be showing the result from the 0 mole meter square, 0 mole per meter square to 0.002 mole per meter square, and black is showing is the lowest and red is the highest concentration area. Okay, then map.add layer, it will be ladder, and also you can say add the chart. Okay, I want to add the chart. So basically when I click on this map, first of all it's showing the result about the concentration map, as well as also open a panel. You can see panel ui.panel. In this time we can also get the panel also in here. In this panel we can put here this the style is the 400 pixel. So when I click on what happened, you can see it loaded a layer. You can see it loaded a layer and also open a panel. In this panel it generating a time series chart. Okay, because I add that, as well as I also add here the some information about this monitoring of Bangladesh. Okay, so I also put this. Okay, and finally we can create this type of web application. Okay, so basically in this time this web application is only showing the one gases. Okay, but I want to show all of those gases at the same time, and also monitor the real-time data set, and also make the time series chart about that. So what can I do? So for that you can see this is another web application. So basically in this web application we can easily download all of those data as a Excel file, CSV file. From here you can see, so basically it represented the median concentration of the nitrogen dioxide in micromole. Okay, it's showing the result as a micromole because you can see micromole is it will, because it's very lowest value, so that's why we take the conversion as a micromole. Okay, So you can easily download the CSV file and you can get the data about that. So median, IQR data, okay, also left date, also right date, okay. So basically we can also select the specific time period in this time series chart. So in this time what happened, you can see it display the data for the whole world, global data set, as well as you can simply select your data set. You can see which data set you want to need. You can simply select that: nitrogen dioxide, aerosol, carbon monoxide, formaldehyde, ozone, sulfur dioxide, methane. Which gas you want to observe, simply select that. Okay, simply select that. After that it will be loaded. You can see now it will be loaded about that data set for the methane, for the global, not only for the any specific region. Okay, and also you can see in this time you also selected the two things: near real time, also offline. Two types of data we can easily get from here: near real time and offline data set we can easily access from here. Okay, suppose I need the data set near real time, I also select that. So now it represented the near real time data set. Okay, so as well as it also make the time series chart. Okay, in this time one the question, what's the area of this time series chart? Here I already create an area about that. You can see I create the very small area for observe about that. So when I remove this area, you can see it also created the new area about that. Okay, so basically this time series chart represented the concentration map time series about this area. If you want, you can also draw the rectangle or draw the polygon, as well as if you want you can also make the point about that. Also you can see it showing the legend about that. So you can also use this sweep display also. You can see now it's showing the legend about that, and it will be showing the parts per million about that methane result we can get for this region, what is the condition about that. And also you can see here you can also increasing the stress about that for the better looking or better visualization about this region. Okay, and also you can simply select the, you can see time, okay, left and right. You can simply click on here and also select this time period about this any time period. You can simply select, we can see June. So we can simply, I think the June is the last time period for the near real time about this data set. Okay, so now it's showing this about the June. You can see it will be loaded. Okay, you can see this data is showing that 2023 06 in June 1st June. Okay, this real time data so we can also get. And also you can see live, you can also select here the own time period. Suppose you can simply put the another time period and also observe. Suppose I put this suppose 2023 2023 2023, suppose January. Okay, 1st January. Okay, so now it loaded the data about the 2023 1st January. Okay, and when I make this time series chart, this time series chart represented for this time and also represented for this time. Okay, two time, it's showing the two time, you can see. So that's why this time you can get the, you can see left date and right date. Two types of data in this time we can get. So left means that it is the left, okay, and it is the right. Okay, so two types of time series data we can easily get from here. Okay, left and right. Okay, we can easily get from here. You can see, yeah, it is the left and it is the right. So from here, in this time, from here it is the left and also right. We can get the two types of data in here, because we can put here the two types of data and we can easily compare the two. Suppose we can simply select this any types of data. So suppose formaldehyde or sulfur dioxide or carbon monoxide, any types of data, simply select that. And also you can simply select the time period. You can select the time period for the real, near real time or also offline, and also create this time series chart. And this unit is showing that as a micromole. Okay, we can easily convert this. Okay, now you can see it showing the carbon monoxide for the global, and also make the time series chart for this region. Okay, and this is the source code about that. So in this time it's showing the all of those gases. All of those gases means that nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon formaldehyde, ozone, methane, aerosol. Okay, all of those gases we can easily access from here, and also get this time real time data, and also offline data is also available for here. You can see, and also make this type of time series chart about that result. Okay, and finally we can also download the data as a Excel file. Okay, so in this time I also explain about all of those code, how it will be work, and mainly all of those function. Okay, how it will be work for that. So basically, okay, so before basically it's very advanced level of this air quality monitoring web application. But first of all, I will try to discuss about that another small application, then move to this more advanced web application. So let's go. So I simply open my previous code.
Just one question.
Yeah, please.
Normally, you were showing that their high level resolution data. If
Yes.
we want to to zoom in and to have information for a very small area, we will lose spatial resolution.
Yeah, so basically this special resolution is that 1113.2 meter.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically it's not a big high resolution, so that's why it's another problem when you want to do for the very small region, then we did not get the proper result because this resolution is that high, 1113.2 meter.
But
Okay.
we are able, for example, instead of gathering data from satellite or combine this data with in situ measurement, is that a way that we can merge to increase the resolution?
Yeah, so it also possible if you want to have the ground truth data, then it also possible to make that but ground truth data when you want to take, then it will be not real time data. Okay.
But for example, going with the ground truth, we're not able to create a model that can start refining the data. Or for example, there are sensors,
yeah,
IoT sensors that can stream real time data.
yeah, so it also possible for that real time data, but it also, suppose in this time you can see, suppose you can see this is the pixel area. Okay, so basically this area size is that 1113.2 meter. Okay, square meter for this area. Okay, and this square area is stored only for the one value. If you want to check about this size, you can see, I simply click on here. So what is that concentration of the nitrogen dioxide, we can get the result in here. We can get the 0.000170, this type of result we can get for this, only for this 1113.2 meter area. Okay, but in this time when you want to take the ground truth data on here, then you also check about that what is the closest to the data about your region, and in this time you can see it also provide you the specific coordinate about this result. Okay, you can go to this coordinate. Okay, and then you can simply check about this for this what is this data we can get for the ground truth or in situ data, what types of data we can get from here. Okay, so it also possible. Mainly we are using for that validation about this data. For the ground truth data, we can simply take about that and also check the accuracy of this concentration map. Okay, and this result we can get for the 1113.2 meter, and it is a large area. Okay, so it is a large area, so then it also very difficult to identify about this ground truth data. When you want to take that, it not showing the same data look like that, what's the value in this time I can get any here. So you want to check about the ground truth data, then it also not mass we can get the close, or it not the same data set we did not get, because so it is a totally gas. Okay, and gas is all time moving or flowing from one place to another place. Okay, so that's why it also another big challenge when you want to take the ground truth data and also compare with this satellite data. It's not totally very difficult. Okay, so because gas is always moving, suppose you want to, and it also depend on your time. Okay, so in this time, this data set I want this, I can get the data set 0.170. It's showing the data set as a specific time. Okay, But when I take the ground truth data, I take the ground truth data another time. So then there is the no concentration of the nitrogen dioxide. Okay.
Okay.
So it's another big problem for the air quality monitoring about that. So for that, okay. But Sentinel-5, we can take.
What I was telling from
Yeah.
that for example,
Yeah.
we have sensors here
Yeah.
that can broadcast the data. If I have a sensor on the ground
Yeah.
streaming data real time,
Yes.
how do I get data from this sensor? For example, I use the IQ Air sensor for air quality monitoring there on the ground. May I like take this point, measure this data, and interpolate using satellite data?
Yeah, it's also possible. Yeah, it also possible if you can take the some ground truth data about the with their specific coordinate, and we can easily make the interpolate about the data in ArcMap software or QGIS software for interpolation method or IDWI technique about the ground truth data. Okay, so it also possible. So you want, yeah,
IDWI.
so suppose if you have some data about the ground truth data, you want to collect some, suppose in this time some technology also received the carbon monoxide, also nitrogen dioxide. Okay, this type of we can easily collect from the ground. Different types of tools we are using for that and collect the data. Okay, so this data we can also easily use the ArcMap software or QGIS software and also apply the IDWI technique, inverse interpolation technique. You can simply use. Then you will also create this type of map. Okay, but this map you did not connect with the web application. Okay. So it will be a static map. When you want to create the ArcMap software using the IDWI technique, it will be a static map. Okay, but when you want to make the web application, then we have to use here the dynamic data set. Okay, and dynamic data set mainly it provide only for the satellite imagery. Okay, for the dynamic data set, and for the web application we always need to the dynamic data set, such as you can see in this time when I want to simply select this, it will be provide me the data year of 2023 June 1st June. Okay, so we can easily access from here the time period, and it always storage the data from the satellite images and update it automatically. Okay, and update it automatically. We can easily get the data about this region. Suppose in this time we can see it will look like that for the year 2003. Okay, and this application mainly it provided the propomi. Basically this data set also provide the propomi, and we can easily get from the all of those time series data for the all of those and just if you want you can suppose not only for this area, because in this time series chart is only for the area, this area. Okay, if you want you can also use here the point. You can see they are also about the specific point. You can also use, you can see point. Okay, just simply click on the point and then simply suppose I need this result for this point, so simply drag the point in here. So now this time series chart is appeared only for this point. What is only for this coordinate, what is the condition for that I think it is the okay, carbon monoxide. What is the carbon monoxide for this point, we can get that for the two time period. In this time period also this time period we can easily get here. Simply you can simply drag this and put the another region. Suppose I put this region, so now it will be loaded about this time series chart, about this place, about this coordinate. What is the time series chart, for that we can easily get that. So just you can simply drag and then paste the another region. Okay, so it is the advantage of the dynamic web application. Okay, you can also zoom in and zoom out about that, and simply drag, click on here and drag it at the another place, and you can simply choose your own time period, which time period you want to need. And it also provided the two types of data, near real time and also offline data sets. Simply select the one and simply drag it, suppose click on here and suppose and paste suppose this region. So now it's showing that load the time series chart for this region.
Normally when I do this time series analysis,
yeah,
is also possible on the app to create a feature that, for example, give me alert if one parameter is out of the threshold in a specific region.
Okay, so basically this web application is created for the global. In this time you can see it, this web application is loaded. We can get the data for the whole world, and we can create this time series chart for this specific point, a specific region, and a specific boundary. But when you want to show the layer, then we have also used this type of web application. In this time you can see it's showing the web application, and in this time you can see this web application. It's this chart is mainly for the whole country boundary of Bangladesh. Okay, but if you want, you can also create this type of chart. Suppose when I click on this map, click on this here, then it's showing me the result about this coordinate. What is the time series chart about that, like just like a point. Okay, suppose in this time when I drag this point, then it loaded this time series chart. Okay, but I can also apply the same approach also in here. I can simply drag the point in here, then it also create this time series chart about this point. Okay, so this type of analysis we can also do, but in this time it's showing the whole area, total whole country boundary of Bangladesh. What is the concentration of the nitrogen dioxide? Okay, what is the average concentration of the nitrogen dioxide? We can get this result.
I was telling more like let me say an alert.
Yeah.
For example, in Bangladesh, we have like methane going out of the threshold.
Yes, and what is the threshold?
And identify where we have
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, and what is the threshold? Any defined threshold if you have?
No. If we define a threshold, for example, 10 to 200 ppms, and in Bangladesh we have one region or one point where we see 300, and when automatically we have on the app an alert. Okay, we have happening this out of the threshold.
Yes. Yeah, it also
Is
possible
that
for that.
possible
Yeah.
to cope things like that?
Okay, so you want to just draw your region and you want to identify about this result. Yeah.
Is imagine that I have, yes, a specific region like you
Yes.
have already there,
Yeah.
Bangladesh.
Yeah.
But for example, I open my application, and in Bangladesh, so it's like an alert system. Every single time I have uh, like a place where we have emission of methane, for example, I will receive like an alert on the web telling, okay, there is like an emission of methane in that point.
Okay. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Yeah, so you want to like this type of layer you want to need for the specific region, and when you want to click on this any point or any coordinate on this map, then it will be showing this time series chart. What is the condition about that emission of nitrogen dioxide? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. It also possible. Just a minute, I also try to show. Okay, so basically it also okay, but it's showing the result for the whole world. Okay, we try to come just for the specific region about this. Just a minute.
Hello, Mizana, are
Yeah,
you there?
yeah, I can say, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just a minute. Okay. Put. I think some networking issue. Just a minute. Okay, so I will see. Okay, so I also try to show you the another demo app. Then you can see. Suppose you can see. Okay. Okay, so basically you can see, basically it's layer about that on NDVI or vegetation index about the layer. Okay, so it loaded. Just a minute. But when I want to check any specific coordinate, what is the condition about that NDVI monthly? It create me the time series chart. You can see when I click on here. Suppose for this region, so now it provide me the specific coordinate, lat long, and also generate the time series chart. What is the condition about the lat long? What is the condition of the NDVI for this coordinate? Now it generating the time series chart. Okay. So in this time, if you have any specific region, we can also get the layer about that. And when you want to click on this any region, suppose this region, you can simply click. Then it create this type of time series chart. Okay, so I think do you need this type of web application? Yeah. Okay, so do you need this type of web application? For this, it's showing the only specific region, and also when you can click on any specific region, it's showing that lat long, and also create this time series chart about this lat long. What is the condition?
Mm,
So now I can see it will be
okay.
loaded. Yeah, I think some networking issue I face, so that's why it takes time. Okay, so now you can see basically it's showing that monthly. Okay, there is no problem. We can also use the only for the 1 month or any specific time period. There's no problem. So now it's showing the result about this. You can see specific coordinate. What is the condition for the NDVI for 2005, 2010, and 2000? You can, I simply open big this data. You can see there are the 4 years for the monthly for the January, February, March. Okay, so this type of result you can see. We can say that 2005 January, it's showing the result 0.1. Also you can see 2015 January 0.15. Also you can see it's showing the result for 2010 0.107. And also you can see 2020 we can get the data to 0.11. Okay, then February we can also get the data about that, for the February, what is the condition the February. Okay, so all of this year we can get the monthly NDVI for a specific time period. So in this time, this type of web application you can also create it for that. Suppose if you have any, suppose Bangladesh, so this is the Bangladesh region. I want to check about the Bangladesh time series for a specific region. When I click on this here, then it will be display the result, look like that, for that, look like this type of time series chart for the monthly or normally distribution of this nitrogen dioxide, when it will be high, when it will low. So it also possible. Okay, we can easily create using the same code. We can also take the same structure and also create this type of web application also for the air quality monitoring also. Okay, so okay, so we can also try to make this type of application. Just a minute. So just I simply open a new code editor. In this time we are talking about that air quality monitoring. but our structure will be same. Okay, when it will be loaded the layer about that nitrogen dioxide or sulfur dioxide or anything, any gases. When I click on these gases, it's showing me the time
Mhm.
series chart for a specific coordinate. Okay, so let's go.
Okay.
So in this time, suppose we need the data for, suppose Bangladesh, I load the Bangladesh data layer. Okay, so for that, what can I do? First of all, I need to, okay, so I already write this code. I simply copy the same code and also work with that. So in this time, okay, so just I simply copy from here and also visualization. Okay, map.net layer, yeah, just I simply copy and paste here. So now it will be loaded, you can see. And when I click to the run, it will be loaded a layer about that nitrogen dioxide for Bangladesh. But I want to create the web application. So when any user click on this map, it's showing the time series chart about that. Okay, so now I can get my result. Okay, so this is my layer, and then I also need to, okay, so I simply use the same code, and in this time you can see, in this time you can see, in this time it's showing the hand tool. You can see in this cursor showing as a hand tool. Okay, but you can see when in this map cursor will be showing the plus sign. Okay, plus sign. So that's why I need to use a function, this function called the map.set cursor crosshair. Just I simply copy and paste here, just paste here in this code editor. In this time it's showing the hand layer, but when I run this code, and you can see now it's showing the crosshair. Okay, you can see plus sign in the cursor, because map.style set cursor as a crosshair. Crosshair means that plus sign. Okay, so now it's showing the plus sign. Okay,
Okay.
after that you can see this map in this code. Okay, yeah, this code you can see it's showing the satellite map. It is a satellite map. Okay, and in this time you can see it's showing the only for the topography map. I want to add the satellite map. What can I do? Just I simply use the map.set style satellite. You can see map.set style, map.set option as a satellite. So just I simply copy the same code and also paste here. Okay, so now when I click to the run, what happened? You can see in this time it loaded the satellite map as a base map. Okay, because I use at the map.set option as a satellite. There is a lot of option, topography, also train map. I set the satellite map. Okay, okay, so after that what can I do? I can simply add here, I add here this type of panel. You can see in this web application it also added the panel about that. You can see white background in the panel, it's called the panel. So I want to add the panel. What can I do? Just I simply, yes, just I simply copy the same code. Just you can see create the panel, just simply copy the panel, let long also copy. Okay, okay, I also copy that. Yeah, yeah, I also said that. Simply copy the same code and also paste here. I also already said about that. Okay, in this time I need to change something in here. So in this time you can see, first of all I create a panel to hold our widget. Widget means that our different types of chart, different types of button. Okay, I hold it on the panel and I put the panel with 300 pixel. Okay, and also put the, suppose you can see intro. So your intro, suppose in this time I want to put here this web application, suppose I put the monitoring drawing here quality. Suppose I put the nitrogen dioxide. Okay, click the point on the maps. Okay, so click a point on the map, the same. Suppose when anyone click on this map, then we can get the data. Okay, after that it will be same. It also panel also hold the lat long values. Suppose when I click on here, what's the value? It will be loaded automatically. So that's why I take a variable long and lat. Okay, it also added automatically and showing the result of the horizontal. Horizontal means that not vertical. It's showing the result of the horizontal. Okay, and in this time you can see map on click. When I click on this map, what happened? It will be showing the lat long value. Okay, and also only for the two digit. Okay, if you want, you can also need for the more than 3 digit or 4 digit. We can easily increase the value. Then it will be showing after the 3 digit or two digit value also. Okay, and I want to draw as a point. Okay, so in this time when I click on it, this chart will be created as a point area, not any types of area such as polygon or square or rectangle. Okay, it's not, it's showing the only point. Now I create the time series chart. For the creating the time series chart, what can I do? Just I simply copy the previous code, time series code. You can see I already created this time series chart. Okay, just I simply copy from here, simply
Okay.
copy and paste here. Okay, just okay, I put here, simply paste. Okay, so now it will be loaded from here. In this time I simply change it, I put at the point, so simply copy the point, copy and paste at this point. Okay, so now this time series chart will be created only for the point area. Which I click on here, which point it created, it will look like this point, it will be created. Okay, and then it will be same. Okay, so in this time chart I simply copy and paste at this chart, it's not the AVI chart, paste the chart, and then all of the same. And also okay, so now everything is the good. So now I click to the run. Okay, so now let's go. I simply click to the run in here and check the result. So everything is good or bad. We can see now it's showing the result look like that. It's showing the monitoring air quality, nitrogen dioxide. It also showing the click a point or on the map to inspect. So you can simply click on this map, then it will be showing the time series chart. So let's go. We can check the time series chart. Okay. So now I can show it will be only for the 2 digit, showing the 2 digit. Okay, 2 digit because I put here the 2 digit value. Okay, so now you can see about this result. You can easily get the result. You can see. Okay, so now from here you can easily download the data as the Excel file. Okay, and this unit is the mole per meter square. So any region, simply click on here, it's showing the lat long value, and also create this time series chart. When it will be high or low, we can easily get this result look like that. So click on here. So any region we can easily get this layer for the nitrogen dioxide. Okay, and you can easily use it as a web application. Okay, for the web application, just we can easily convert the web application. Suppose create the new web application and also support. So this process I'll also show you later about this. You can see now it will be showing the time series chart about that or from this layer. But when you click on the any other region, so then it will be not showing this data because our data is only for our boundary area. We can get the boundary area, and also if you want, you can also add the legend for your beautiful of your create the beautiful of the map application. We can easily add also the legend about this map. Then I can look like that. You can see. Yeah. Basically, this red color identify the high concentration of the nitrogen dioxide, and also you can see it is a low, this type of color. Yeah, the high concentration. Okay, so if you have any question about that.
No, no.
Okay, and suppose in the same code you can also use the same code also for the other gases. What can you do? Just simply change this collection. In this time it's showing the collection about the nitrogen dioxide. Okay, for look
Okay.
that suppose you need the methane, just simply change the collection, only change the collection, then you can
We
get the
go
result about
there,
that.
search relation. Okay. We search for another data set, and then come and change.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can simply get all of the data from here. Browse data catalog, you can see the sentinel. Also you can see the sentinel 5. So any kinds of data set we can easily access from here, right? So all of this formaldehyde, methane, or carbon monoxide, okay, methane you can see. So all of those data set we can easily access from here, and also get the layer look like that, and also make this type of web application like that, and also click on here. Then I can get the data about that result. What is the condition about that? Okay, and this web application is for the whole world. You can simply drag, suppose you need for the Bangladesh, you want to check about the Bangladesh data, simply go to the Bangladesh area, and then you can see also available for the point. So simply click on the point again, and now suppose you want to observe the result for this location, you will also zoom in. Suppose click on here. So now it represented this time series chart between this time period, also this time period, about this point, what is that a real time nitrogen dioxide condition. Okay,
Mhm.
and also you can see it also put the some note, you can see lines represented the 9-day statistic around a 5-day increment. Okay, and y-axis from the scroll to zoom, click the track and pen the state, also put the some notation about that. Scale area varies from the 1 kilometer to 10 kilometer. 1 kilometer equal to this type of area, 5 kilometers to this type of area. Okay, and light gray region marks pixel, no data. Okay, and typically resulting from the cloudy observation. Adjust cloud masking with the max cloud allowance slider above. Okay, URL. Okay, so data source mainly provide the Sentinel-5 data source. European Union Sentinel-5 data set create this data set. Okay, we can also get the data from here, you can see look like that. For any specific region, simply press, and then it will be automatically loaded when I simply change the region. And also you can see this application, it loaded for the specific time period, and we can get the data about this region. Yes, yeah. And this type of data we can easily get. Now I can easily sense the time period from here. Also you can see this is the, we can put the any one time period, 2020 1st January. Suppose I put the 2023, suppose 2023 1st January. So now this map is loaded for the year of 2023 1st January. Okay, so it loaded, as well as it also another web application I also try to share with you. Just a minute. I open a new code editor. I will these are already available. So just click to open and try to show you that for air quality monitoring, another web application. Okay, so so basically this author is that Polash Pasak, sir. So now you can see here this web application mainly we can easily create the specific time rate range also, and also it also only showing for the nitrogen dioxide. Okay, it's showing the nitrogen dioxide. Okay, you can see it type of nitrogen dioxide. It's showing the micromole per meter square. Okay, micromole per meter square. You can easily convert from. Okay, and this is the lesson about that. And select the, you can easily select the rate range about that. It's showing the 2023 26 June. Then this time period, time period that now it will be automatically loaded. You can see. Okay, when you can take the time period, it automatically loaded. This time you can see this chart. In this time, it not added any types of time series chart. It only loaded the data. Okay, but if you want, we can also add here the time series chart. Suppose I want to create the panel in here. In this panel, I also add here the time series chart. Okay, but it also good map for the visualization about that. You can see just it only saying the suppose you can easily identify the high region and the content micromole per minute and initial hydrogen time as well as you can also suppose time series chart. Stable replication, you can do that. Not only for that, we can also more modify.
You are cutting a little bit,
Yes, can you hear me now?
but is very low. Yeah, I think you are far from the mic or something like this. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, okay, I can hear you. Mhm.